Okay guys, we're back. So on today's build, I thought I'd do something different. Try to make something unique that moves and it'll just be kind of cool. Anyways, on today's build, we're going to take these parts that we got. We got an electric fan that I got from a thrift store. Okay. And then let me move the camera over here so you can see. Okay guys, so I collected some parts. This is just an electrical box. It's a box that you put your light in. And a lot of times this is what you see in commercial buildings. Anyways, you can find these at thrift stores all the time. I see them all the time. Now I thought, hey, this would be kind of cool. Let's use this as the body of our robot that we're going to build. Okay. And what's kind of cool about this one is it's even got a little panel on the side here that you can open up. Okay. So I found, just like some old bezels for some lights at a thrift store, and from Dollar Tree we got some different plastic containers. Little one here, just your little clear ones from Dollar Tree. And here we got a little metal trim. It says Trick or Treat. I collected. And here's another bowl from Dollar Tree, just a blue bowl. We got some foam and some pipe. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take all these, figure out how I want to put this together. I mean, I could take, like, for example, this bowl. Look, it actually sits inside there. Or I could take maybe this bezel and the little clear bowl. Look, it'll go inside there. I could maybe have that'd be the center of his body. So anyways, I'm going to take these odds and ends I found, which I know you guys can find, and see if we can't convert this into a cool robot. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to put this together. I'm just showing you some of the basic stuff here. I think this will pretty much be almost all of the parts for this build. So if I add some other stuff, or I think of some other things as we're going along, I'll show you. Which obviously after he's together, he's got to be painted, and I'll have some wires that'll come down onto the legs and maybe the head or something, just to make it look, more unique. So this, like I said, this is what we got. This is what we're starting with. And when I myself figure out exactly how I'm going to put this together, I'll come back and show you step by step. Okay? So for now, I'm going to try to figure out how to put some of this together myself, but I think looks cool, putting wherever looks good. And I'll be back to show you. Okay guys, so here we are. Okay. Remember the light box? Okay, I had punched a hole in the top, I punched a hole in the bottom. Which one in the bottom didn't need to be that big, but you know how that goes. So what I've done since I put the holes in that light. Okay. And here's our fan. Okay, and I took it off the pole, and I made a ring around it. Okay, and I hot glued it in there, and I took some pieces and I put it underneath inside there. Okay, just secure it where I wanted it. And then this will end up dropping down through this hole. Okay, so when it drops down, it'll be sitting on there like that. Okay. that's where we're at. I just wanted to show you. I put a hole in the light box. I put a collar on the fan. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this down through the box how I want it and secured. Okay. And then I'll come back and show you what I'm doing from there. I have to make sure I show you each step so you guys understand totally how I'm doing it. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, we're back. So here's where I'm at on mine. Okay. So I put the holes like I told you. I put the collar. I showed you how I did that. Okay. And then I mounted this onto the box. There's hot glued on there. I got taped around it. Okay. Then the wire extension cords come out the bottom of the box. Okay. And then I took that bowl from Dollar Tree and glued on top. Okay, and where the little shaft comes through, I might disconnect it so it doesn't work. But it helps prop the head. Okay, on top of the head, which the camera ain't quite high enough anyways, I just put a couple pieces of cardboard to level it out and then glued them together, then glued it to the top of the fan right here, and then glued it to the top of the bowl. And then the rod coming through right here supports the other part. Okay. Now I'm going to start doctoring it up a little bit to give it a little more fun. So you see right here, I ran wires. They're just fake. I just plugged them in right there, brought them around, hooked them to the side of the box. Okay, they just plug in right there. Well, it looks like they plug in. All these, that little plug is just a quick connect for wires, okay? So I took one of these little quick connects, which you can buy, and I just turned it sideways and I just glued it to the side of the box, and then I just plugged the wires in so it looks like it's plugged in. Okay? So I'm just starting to go through and just do some stuff to it to just make it look more like a robot. Okay? I got me a piece of cardboard, which I'm going to glue on the back side of this panel right here. Okay? Now I'll block the back of the panel off. Then as you've seen, it already comes with the front plate. And the front plate will be back on there. Okay? And this is where we're going to make, so you can open this up. We're going to put our switches right here for the lights that we'll put inside here. I might even bring some up and maybe stick it around this helmet right here too. To make it look more like a authentic robot. So this is where I'm at. Okay? So when I get a little bit more done, I'll come back, I'll show you what I did and how I did it. Okay? So just keep following along. Okay guys, so we're back. So here's my robot so far. Okay, I showed you how I put him together. Okay. We added an antenna. Right? Every robot's got to have an antenna on there. And this is the front of his face. Why I did this like this on mine is to cover up that shaft that spins right there. Okay? So this is how I got the front of mine. What me and my wife was thinking, as I got this little metal band, what it's telling you says trick or treat. I got one of those little plastic bowls from Dollar Tree. And we stuck it through there. I'm going to glue this in there. Okay? And then this will sit on the front here. Got a temporary piece of tape there to kind of show you. I think we're going to go with something like this. So this could be the front of him. Okay? Then, I got these glass bulbs from Dollar Tree. The ones that's kind of, they're not round, they're kind of squished.
Those ones didn't come from Dollar Tree, actually. I think we got them at a thrift shop.
Oh, well, I said we got these from a thrift shop. But what I was thinking is putting these two together, okay, And then I took the little clips off the top, go here. I think I'm going to put them on the front there for the center of his eye. So we're going to move these together, put those little silver clips. And this is how we're going to make his eyes on ours. This is how ours is going to be.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. Okay. Oh, one more thing. Got this little piece of metal. We're just laying around. I think this can go on top of his head right here. So he's going to be up on top right there. Okay? So that's where we're at. So next step, we're going to put his eyes on. And what else am I going to do? Okay, we're going to get his eyes on there. And then maybe we'll start working on the legs. I'm not quite sure yet, but we're going to get his eyes on. Get this piece on. And if we want to make this so that it'll lift up and down, so you can reach in to turn your little guy on. Okay? So that's where we're at. I'm going to get the eyes up on there, figure out what I'm going to do next, and I'll be back to show you. Because I'm not quite sure how we're doing the rest of him yet either. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so we're back. Okay. As you can see, I painted this part of mine gray. Okay. And I showed you already how I made the face and the little hat on top and the antenna and all that fun stuff. Okay. Then here's this centerpiece where I told you I just took that tin tray and put the Dollar Tree plastic bowl inside it. See, and I just glued it on the inside. And this is going to sit here. Okay. And now I put his eyes on. Remember how I was showing you how he's going to do his eyes? So here's his eyes. Okay, and I put holes in the back side of the bulbs and a couple of holes through the main bowl so I can put lights up through there. I'll probably have lights going around the outer edge. Okay. So let these clear for now. I'm not sure if I'm just going to maybe paint the edges or just maybe leave them clear. I'm not sure yet. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take some popsicle sticks and just a little bit of that foam, the same foam that I used to do the body piece here to keep this held up. And I'm just going to cut them down and I'm going to make little pieces I'm going to put on these popsicle sticks. Okay? And these are going to be like the little hydraulics. It's going to come down here. Okay? So it looks like the pieces that makes his head move. So I just wanted to show you that, 'cause that's where I'm at now. I'm going to take the popsicle sticks, I'm going to put some foam on, make them look how I want. I'm going to put from here up to here. Okay, so I'm going to have these little pieces that go right there. And then by then, hopefully this will be dry enough. Here, I think I'm just going to put a little strap on here, and then just put it onto here. So that way when you go to turn them on and off from inside, you can open it and turn them off and just drop back down. So right now I'm going to go ahead and work on these pieces right here and see if I can find me a strap to hook that piece right here so this is hooked up and down, okay? Now that's where I'm at. Then I think I'm going to come back and start trying to figure out his legs. Okay? So I can get that part done. I'll be back. I'll show you what I did, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. So I'm back. So here's our little guy. Me and my wife been working on him. I got his eyes and stuff on there like I was showing you. Well, we decided to make some glasses for him because sometimes when he's helping us with a project.
Because he might need to be thinking about what, he's doing. I'm going to show you a close-up of him.
So,
He might need him.
when he's helping us with the project, he can think.
Yeah.
Well as see. So we made some glasses. And right here, like I told you, I took the popsicle sticks and I made these little hydraulics, okay, for his, make his neck move, his head move around. And so we're working on the legs, okay?
These his hips.
These are his hips.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just half-inch PVC pipe, couple T's, okay, half-inch T's, and I took a couple of those glass ornaments, or plastic clear ornaments, pull a hole in them, slid them on, okay. That's going to be like his joint. We might even paint like gears or something when we're done, you know, when we get to that part. So this is going to go back here, okay. And I'm going to just take some wire, and I'm just going to wire this on the back, you know, where he's centered on his body. Then I'm going to figure out how long I want his legs to come out, okay, and they're going to be out of pipe. At least the first half of his legs are going to be out of pipe. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this, paint it gray, let it dry for a little minute, you know, however long. Then I'm going to wire this, like I said, on the back to start his legs. Okay, so that's where we're at. So when I get that part done and painted and on there, and I get his little belly piece put on and stuff, we'll be back to show you. Oh, you know, everybody has old CDs that you just don't care for. You bought it, you didn't like them, you're sitting around your house collecting dust, you know what to do with them. Well, keep that in mind, because you might want to use that on your robot. We took a couple little pieces, we was experimenting around, doing some things, didn't like it. We ended up with these couple little pieces and went, hey, these are perfect ears. Okay, so I have a couple of ears on each side of his head right here. Okay, so don't forget about old discs that you have laying around that you probably never listened to. So, when we get a little bit more done, we'll be back and I'll show you again. Okay guys, so we're back. So here's our guy so far. I already showed you how I did all this. Okay, and then how I did these legs with the clear bulbs. Okay. So what I did next, I took just a garbage can, laid it down, put a hole through the center of it. Okay. Ran this rod down through it and rehooked it onto the base of the fan. Okay. You can see here I got a computer chip. You can find these at thrift stores now, you know, but I'm going to put on the very front right here of the garbage can, which I think you guys can see that. Okay. Now I'm going to find a clear bowl that'll go over the top of this so you can see the computer board. Okay. And then I'm going to take a couple wires and plug into the computer board and run them up onto the body so it looks like it's running the body. Okay. So that's where we're at there. So now I'm going to take, I got a couple 90s and 45s, half-inch, just like this hip joint section. So I'm going to figure I'm going to put me some 90s maybe on here and a couple 45s so I can make the legs come down onto this garbage can, which is going to be the base of him. Okay, so I'm going to figure out how to hook these up, get them painted. We got to paint the can, put the cover over the computer board chip, which has already got a couple spots where you can screw it down, so I'm just going to screw it down to the garbage can. Okay, and I'll probably just hot glue the clear bowl over the top of the computer board. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to do some painting, I'm going to do the computer board, screw it down, get a cover over that, get the rest of the legs made, it'll come back down onto the garbage can. Okay, then I think I might take some of these springy holders you can get to hold, you know, your ID cards or whatever, and they might come off here somewhere up, big off parts of his hips, down onto the legs, and down onto the garbage can. I'm not sure yet. And then I'll put a couple, like I just telling you, I'll put a couple of wires and plug into the spots where you can plug them in on this old computer board and make them come over so it looks like it's really doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. When I get all this part done, then I'm going to figure out his arm. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. I got an old shop vac piece, which I think I'm going to use is his hand. And I got some black tubing. I think I might glue a couple pieces of tubing together like that. And then have to go down and go into this old chop back attachment to make his hand and his arm right here. Okay? I'm not quite that far yet, but that's my ideas. So I get a little bit farther along. I'll be back and I'll show you some more. Okay, see you soon. Okay guys, we're back. So here's Hollow. We decided to paint ours red and silver. Okay. There you can see me. Okay guys. So here's the rest of the legs I was telling you about right here. We painted them gray. Okay, to match the rest of it. And I got a door spring. Okay, just a door spring. And a couple bolts. And the bolts will be right here and glued in. That's going to be its nose. And the door spring is going to go on the back here of the garbage can. That's going to be the antenna. Okay? Here's our computer board I showed you. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this computer board on now. Put the bolts on here for his nose. Put his antenna on. It goes on the garbage can. Okay? And then I got some old wires. I was telling you guys, just some old wires. And if you look on the ends of them, let's get where you can see them. There you are. See the little clips? You can just buy these at any hardware store. Okay? So we're going to take some of these. We're going to plug them into this computer board right here. Okay? Then they're going to go up onto the body right here somewhere. So it looks like the computer board's going up into the tube right here and up to run him. Okay? So that's all I'm going to do now. I'm going to put the computer board, the antenna, the bolts for his nose, the wires, run from the computer board up to the body. Okay? So we'll get that done. And then we'll come back and we'll start figuring out how we're going to build his arm. Okay? So that's where we're at with him. I'll be back to show you some more in just a little bit. Okay guys, so I got them parts put on him. I was telling you about the bolts for the nose, the plastic piece over the computer box, it's on the bottom. Okay, I got the wires coming through and up on the base of him right there. Okay, and on the cover is covering over the computer board. I took one of those clear trays that like donuts come in or cookies, and I just made it fit and put it over the computer board so it looks like it's got a glass cover, okay, so you can see the computer board. What I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to take a Pepsi can and I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to make him some eyelids. It'd be lightweight and I can shape them to how I want them. And we're going to put some eyelids on his eyes. Okay? So that's the next step. I'm going to cut a Pepsi can down, make him some eyelids, figure out how I want them, put them on there. And then you can get these tiles from the hardware store. These tiles that stick on tiles that people put like in their kitchen or bathroom, wherever, you know, the backsplash. I think I'm going to take a couple of these, cut them down to where I want them, and I'm going to put them on the sides of the garbage can and give it a little bit more character. Okay? And I think I'm going to paint mine gray to match his head and match his legs. Okay, so I'm going to get these cut down, painted, glued on, figure out his eyelids, and then I'll be back to show you. And I'll show you how I did it. Okay? So we'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, we're back. So, I remember I was telling you about the Pepsi can. So I cut a Pepsi can apart. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. I took this section in the middle out. And I went ahead and made him some eyelids right here. So I just made them bend around these plastic clear bulbs. Okay, so there's these eyelids. And then we made him a little flag, okay, that hangs off his antenna right there. Just made that out of the Pepsi can too. Okay. And then I did the side panels, which you can't see at the moment, but when he's all complete, we'll walk around him and show you all the little details so you can see really up close exactly every little thing that we did. So that's all we did with that stuff. We got the eyelids on there. We got the side panels on there. We did the little flag on there. So now we're just going to come back and we're just going to do some detail work right now. We're going to do maybe paint a couple little symbols and stuff on his body. Just a few little things like that, get the rest as part of the detail, okay? And then I'm going to take a piece of cardboard after he's all done and fill the back side of the garbage can in and paint it red, okay? And then I need a little piece of cardboard on the back side of the box right here on his body. So we're going to get those pieces in, get some detail work done on him, a little painting here and there, okay? Then we'll be back to show you. Then after that, we got to come back and build him an arm. So we're just going to have one arm on this side of him. So I got to figure out his arm. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do there yet, but when I figure it out, I'll be back. I'll show you that part. Okay? So we'll see you in a minute.
One.
Okay guys, so here's our robot complete. You can build yours how you want. I just gave you a rough idea how to build one and without a whole bunch of money. So last time we left off, I was telling you that we was going to finish a couple things. So we got the clear glass over the computer board. Okay, so I was telling you it's just was full of cookies. So I used it as the top. You can find a computer board almost at any thrift store, okay, and a few wires like I was telling you. We just kind of ran them around where we wanted them, okay. And up here we did the bolts for the nose like I was telling you. We took the Pepsi cans and made his eyelids. And on ours, we put a little flag, okay. And my wife had an idea to give me an updated thing is to put the earbuds. So he's got earbuds on there. He's got his flag. Like I say, these are just, like I was showing you, these are just wires that we put wherever we wanted them. And you guys could do the same thing. Put the wires wherever you want them. We just give it a little more realistic appeal, yeah. Okay, and the thing I didn't show you guys is this arm. Okay, and this arm is just made out of a couple pieces of the pipe that you use to do your sprinklers, or your well, you use it for your sprinklers and for your bleed lines for your bushes. So I just got a couple pieces of that, and then I took a clear piece of tubing and put on there. And why I got the clear tubing on here is I think I'm going to get another set of those battery operated lights. I'm going to run through that tubing and put a box on the back so that this arm will light up too. Okay, so I did this like this, real lightweight. That's why I used the tubing. It's real lightweight. And then I took a clear piece of plastic. There's a little more heavy duty piece of plastic, and that's what I put here so you can see it bends. Okay? So that's why I got that on here, and that's what holds the arm, and it keeps this all lightweight so that the head is able to move the arm. So that's all I did there. Wasn't no big deal. Oh, and I had a piece of old pull hose. I put a piece of pull hose there to finish off this bottom piece right here to give it a little more character. When we left off, I was telling you, see, I put the little spring on the back, which I showed you is just a door spring. And I put the little plates on the sides I showed you that I painted gray to give it a little more character. And then my wife came up with the paintings, the numbers, and that to put on there to see if you guys get that. And then we made a panel on the back to cover up the back of the garbage can. So we can add other stuff in the future if we decide we want to add other lights or speakers or stuff. Because like I say, he's going to be our mascot. He's going to be on our channel. So here it is. I think I've explained every little detail to you guys of how we did him. If there's something that I missed or I didn't show, just let me know and I'll tell you. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and shut the light off. Take the camera so you can see him a little more in the dark, see how he lights up. And let my wife talk for a second.
Alright everybody, so here he is in the dark. He lights up so cute, right? So I think he turned out really neat. He's our new mascot. His name's Hallo, if you've seen that already. He's got his name on his little flag and down here. I think he turned out really cute. We both really liked him. I like his little bolts for his nose. My husband came up with this really neat idea, and I think it just goes to show what you guys can all build with just stuff laying around. As far as the numbers that I put on the side of his head, I put it, and on the back here, the reason why I did that we both came up with that is because 1973 is the year we were born, so we wrote that backwards, and we are Generation X, so we thought that was a really neat touch to the whole thing. So anyways, and as far as these being Pepsi cans, we just painted them. Anyway, so we hope you enjoy our build. You all had fun, and I hope you guys make one. And if you do, you know, tell us about it in the comments. And we really appreciate all of the support. And you will be seeing Hallo in all of our future videos because he is our mascot. Anyway, so if you guys enjoyed this build, we're all ready for the next build to begin. We've already got our ideas. So please hit like and subscribe, and we can't wait to see you in the next build.